Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Pat from RageQuitUnited, and I'm here with Saznar, and today we're going to be going over the new Minecraft Snapshot 12w49a, I believe, and it adds brand new fireworks, which Jeb posted a picture of on Twitter a while ago. You can customize you can't customize their shape, you can customize the height, and the color, and the size. And there's also enchantment books, or enchanted books now. And what you can do with those is that they actually allow you to put custom enchantments on items. So instead of getting a random enchantment on your sword, you can actually get specific enchantments. So I guess we'll do the books first. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to go ahead and craft a book with your leather and 3 pieces of paper. And then with that, what you can do is instead of directly enchanting your sword, you can actually enchant the book. And it'll only give you 1 enchantment, but what it'll do is if you come over to an anvil, and let's say you have an armor enchantment like I just got here, Feather Falling 4, what you do is you put the enchanted book in the 2nd slot, and then you put your piece of armor in the 1st slot, and it will enchant that piece right there. Of course, it'll cost you some levels to do that, but it's more helpful than, for example, just getting a random enchantment that you don't want. So I'm going to try, if you look up in your creative menu and you type book, you will see there are tons of enchanted books for every single enchantment now. So I'll just get like a sharpness 4, for example. And then what I'll do is in the anvil, I'll put the sword plus the sharpness 4 book. It'll cost me 6 levels, but I'll get a sharpness 4 sword right there. And you can you can do that with any piece of armor, any enchantment. Well, the enchantment has to be for armor or it has to be for tools. Like for example, you can put Feather Falling on your sword, but you could put any sword enchantment on a sword, any armor on an armor. But like I said, you can only get 1 enchantment for enchanted books, so it's not like you can get multiple enchantments. So that's that. It's really simple. It's really easy, and it's actually really helpful. So now we're gonna move on to the firework part. You having fun with the pig?
Onwards.
Okay, so the fireworks are actually somewhat they're a bit complicated, but they're really fun. Actually, hold on, let me just close this right here. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is if you find the fireworks in the creative menu, they actually don't work. You can use it on the ground, you can put it in a dispenser, and it just goes up and does that. It doesn't do anything. So basically, we have to make them from scratch. And what we're going to do is the first step is to make a firework ball. And the way you do that is you need a few things. We're going to get gunpowder. We're going to get fire charges. I'm just going to get all the materials I'm going to use. Paper. You need dyes, so I'm gonna get a bunch of just colors, just a couple different colors, and we'll get some glowstone dust as well. Okay, so I'll go ahead and explain. First of all, to make the basic firework ball, what you want to do is you want to put a piece of gunpowder, and then you want to put dye, like any color dye around it, and you can put as much dye as you want in there that you can fit, and it will add multiple colors to it. So right here I have a lime orange firework ball, and you can also add fire charges to increase the size of it. So if you take away a fire charge, it'll be a small firework, but if you add the fire charge, it'll be a large one. And if you add a piece of glowstone dust, it'll add a twinkle to it, so it's customizable. So what I'll do is I'll kind of make multiple ones. So I think I'll put 4 dye in there. I'll put a large ball, I'll put a small ball, and then I'll put a twinkle, a small ball with a twinkle, and a large ball with a twinkle.
You having fun with your balls, Pat?
Yes. Okay, so now we have 4 firework balls. Okay. Now what we have to do is those rockets that you found in your creative menu, we have to turn it into those. So basically what you want to do is you want to take the the firework star is what it's called, and you want to put a piece of paper and gunpowder. And you'll notice it says flight duration 1. And so that basically determines how high it goes. So in the way to get it, the highest flight duration I found was 3. So if you want to do that, you have to add more gunpowder to it. So you see I have a flight duration 3. If I take this, it's flight duration 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add different flight durations to each of these. So I'll just make this flight duration 1. And then this one I'll make it flight duration 2 with a piece of paper. And then this one can be flight duration 3 with 3 pieces of gunpowder. And then right here, where did it go? Yep. This can be, whoops. This will, since you can't have flight duration 4, you see it doesn't work. I'll just make this one flight duration 2. And basically you can use them on the ground, and if you look up in the air, look at that. In creative mode they're infinite, but basically if you add more colors to it, it will be multicolored fireworks. Is that interesting enough for you? There you go. And what you can do is you can put these in dispensers too. If you basically just put the firework rocket in the dispenser, I think you have to put it in the center of the dispenser. And then here, let me set the time to night. I think it's that. Alright, like that. So, if we set it, and then we can trigger it with the redstone. There you go. There's no sound for them yet, but hopefully by the time they're released, I think hopefully in the next snapshot they'll have sound. Or if they release like a 49.
Hopefully that Mojang will put a PvP aspect into this. Maybe you can launch them as bombs.
Death fireworks.
That would just be plain old kick-ass.
Indeed.
But if they were gonna do that, they would have to make them launch sideways out of the dispenser.
Yeah, because if you launch them straight out, they're just gonna go up. But unfortunately, I think they're gone now, so you have to make more.
You can make those underground bases where you shoot them up at the sky.
Yeah, and if you they can be used as like flares too. But if you put multiple fireworks in the dispenser, it'll only shoot one of them in there. It won't shoot all of them. So if you put one in each slot, it'll shoot one, and then it'll move another one to the center slot, and it'll shoot that one next. But I really want to see what people can do with this redstone wise. Make some really cool redstone contraptions. I think eventually you'll be able to customize the shape because of the picture that Jeb posted on Twitter. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Besides bug fixes, that's pretty much the entire snapshot right there. Is the enchanted books that you can use on your tools and your armor with an anvil, and the fireworks. So thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos. Grazer and I will both be uploading more stuff, and some of Saznar stuff will go up on here too, hopefully soon. See you.